जय गोपी जननी Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare आचार्य अष्टोत्तरश्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती महाराज की अनंत वृंद की और भक्त संग की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवयात् भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, text number 27. Narada Uvacha नाधुन्यापि अवमानानां ते अधु नाधुन्यापि अवमानां ते समानं वापि पुत्रक सम्मानं वापि पुत्रक लक्ष्य लक्ष्यामः कुमारस्य लक्ष्यामः कुमारस्य शक्त्यस्य क्रीडनादिषु सप्तस्य क्रीडनादिषु नाधुम्नापि अवमानां ते सम्मानां वापि पुत्रक लक्ष्य लक्ष्यामः कुमारस्य सप्तस्य क्रीडनादिषु नाधुनापि अवमानन्ते सम्मानं वापि पुत्रक लक्ष्यामः कुमारस्य सप्तस्य क्रीडनादिषु नारद उवाच नाधुनापि अवमानन्ते सम्मानं वापि पुत्रक लक्ष्यामः कुमारस्य सप्तस्य क्रीडनादिषु Translation and purport of Bhakti Vedanta Samsaya Prabhupada Ki Jai. The great sage Narada told to Dhruva, "My dear boy, you are only a little boy whose attachment is to sports and other frivolities. Why are you so affected by the words insulting your honor?" Purport: ordinarily, if a child is rebuked as a rascal or fool, he smiles and does not take such insulting words very seriously. Similarly, if words of honor are offered, he does not appreciate them. But in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, the Kshatriya spirit was so strong that he could not tolerate the slight insult from his stepmother, which injured his Kshatriya spirit, Kshatriya prestige. ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाताम् सागना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सागना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 करोति वाचारं मङ्गलमङ्गाय देवं यत्कृपातमः वन्दे श्रीगुरुवन्दनातारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यैश्वरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। Hare Krishna. So welcome everybody for today's session. Can sit here. So this verse here proper highlights about the Kshatriya spirit of Dhruva Maharaj. Basically, the qualities of the Varnashram system, the Brahmanas are said to be in mode of goodness, and Kshatriyas are said to be in mode of goodness and passion, and Vaishyas are said to be in mode of passion and endurance, and Sudras are said to be predominantly in uh, like no, in Vaishyas, predominating factor is passion and little bit of ignorance. But in Sudras, predominance will be in mode of ignorance and little bit of passion. So Krishna says, Chaturvarna Maya system Guna Karma Vibhagasha. Means based on uh, their guna, means their nature and karma, the what type of work they prefer to do. Krishna divided, Krishna says he created. So if you say then everybody is created, then they should be doing respective things, right? So when Krishna says he created means he definitely means so, because even if a person born in Brahmana family, if he is not of that quality, he should not be accepted as a Brahman. There are some somebody who is born in Sudra and then Vaishya families, they exhibited very high Brahman qualities, you know, and also very high Kshatriya qualities also, and they acquired that positions. So basically, every behavior can be engaged in the service of Krishna. So, not, like of course, Brahmanas are considered like somebody who's in Brahmana qualities. They are like head. They have to give the directions to the society in general. And somebody who are in Kshatriyas, they are like arms. They protect the body, right? So, and Vaishyas are like stomach. They nourish everybody. And Sudras are legs. They are the basis on which all the other menial activities are carried out. So basically, everything is equally important. So if you see when Krishna came into this world, he even though took birth in Kshatriya family, he he raised himself at Gokul. He like made arrangements that he is taken to Nanda Baba, who is a Vaishya, eh? And he was very much dealing with like Sudras, Kshatriyas, even Brahmanas on the equal level. So everything is equally important at the same time. They have to do their own service properly. So here, uh, like what are the qualities of what are the qualities of Brahmana? Tapas, Saucham, Daya, Satyam. There are many more qualities. These are the four basic qualities of a Brahmana. Of course, these are the four. So even if for ISKCON also, like these are four pillars of austerity, because our spiritual life starts with austerity. If you are not careful, if you are not following these minimum austerity levels, means tapas, start with tapasya, right? Tapas, saucham, daya, satyam means no meat, no tapasya starts with no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling. No tapasya is no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication is tapasya. And Saucham means no illicit sex. And Daya means no meat eating. And Satyam means no gambling. So these are four, in the form of the four related principles, we follow these four basic principles of austerity. So, what with respect to uh, Kshatriyas, Kshatriyas, yeah, they also have to perform all these things. But it is said that some Kshatriyas they are allowed to eat meat because they have to have that Rajogun, right? So unless it is said that a Kshatriya has very little value for life. The Kshatriya is not feared by anybody. Kshatriyas don't care about life. eh. Kshatriyas are given unlimited enjoyment. They can how many number of wives. They can eat whatever they want, and their duties include protecting dharma and doing wars to protect dharma and yuddheshana palayana means one should not run away from the battlefield. Means they give very less regard to the life. And that's why if you see the many wars are fought for very trivial matters due to this Kshatriya spirit. Trivial matters is trivial matters, very insignificant things actually. So that is the spirit of the Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas have to be sensitive, but they should not be foolish. Sensitive in the sense like they should not tolerate any kind of insults and all those. But if they are challenged, they should not go back. That's how they were given so much sense enjoyment, so that because their life is very temporary. Just like if you see National Geographic Channel, sometimes you might be knowing how lions work. Lions, lions and lionesses. Like one lion will take charge of entire pride, and some other lion, like the male lion will have a lot of female lionesses. But as soon as any the female lions actually do hunting and then feed the entire pride. And what is the duty of male lion? Is to only protect the female lions from other male lions. Female lions are stronger, but male lions are much more stronger. So, and any new male lion comes, then the male lion of the pride has to give fight, and female lion doesn't interfere at all. You both leave. We are surrendered to whoever is wins. So like that, the Kshatriyas are like that. They basically this is how they follow. Like they have their own armies, their own strength, their power. But when somebody is defeated, then they will take over the entire kingdom. So means their life is temporary. They give very little value to their life. So one thing what we can take from the life of Kshatriyas is to be detached from everything, like even position, services, name, fame, all those things. We should think that this is a temporary arrangement. Everything in this material world is a temporary arrangement. Whatever the glorification, whatever the name, fame that you are getting, is a very temporary thing, at most few years. And we should be ready and prepared to give it up at any point of time. That's how they will be able to see that nothing is permanent. Only Krishna, taking shelter of Krishna is the only thing that is permanent in this material existence. And that will help us to rightly meditate. Yam yam vapi swaran bhavam tejate kalevaram. Ante kale cha mameva swaran mukta kalevaram. Means remember Krishna at the time of death and then directly go back to Godhead. For that to happen, we should have most of the Brahminical training also, because if we are not careful enough, we'll think that okay, everything is temporary. So the others who may, but you may detach yourself, but you don't attach yourself to Krishna. For us to attach ourselves to Krishna, we should actually have proper Brahminical training. Brahminical training means uh, maintaining the tapas shaucham daya satyam, and then knowing about Krishna more and more. Like when I was giving Bhagavad classes, uh, a couple used to come, and they initially they very much got attracted, and they are regularly coming. And after some time, they went online. They started watching some videos about Gaurav. Hey, Prabhu, why don't you tell like Gaurav Prabhu? Like all application point of view, put life, this do these emotions, and then work life balance, all those things. I said, Mataji, that can be automatically learned. See, nobody has to with respect to eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Nobody has to train us. We are automatically accustomed to that. Like if you wanted to say, if you want to, Krishna will give that intelligence. When you actually meditate on Krishna, when you actually listen the glorification of Krishna, when we take the message of Krishna and implement it, like it is said that somebody who chants the holy name, automatically all the qualities, all the good qualities of Krishna will automatically develop in him. And Krishna is the best manager and best. He deals in every aspect. He deals every situation perfectly. So when we take up the devotion service towards Krishna, automatically all the skills and all the intelligence that is required to manage, go through this material world is already given by Krishna. Because even if somebody goes and hears our personal development classes, they won't apply all those things in their day-to-day life. It is what material nature and Krishna allows, only that things they'll apply. And but as long as they hear, they'll think, oh, this is good, this is good, this is good. Means that is it's only gratification of the intelligence, nothing more than that. But when it comes to application point of view, when it comes to changing the heart, then these uh, these uh, these things won't be helpful. So like that, when we actually take the life of Krishna, when we take lessons from the life of Krishna, then we have two things. We'll know what is the nature of Krishna, what Krishna likes and what Krishna dislikes, and uh, and uh, Krishna says, right? um, Sarvasichaham Hridisannivishto Matta Smriti Jnana Bhavohanam means from me comes the remembrance, from me comes the intelligence. Jnana means the knowledge and remembrance. So when we perform bhakti, if you see like life of Dhruva Maharaj, he was 5 years old. He don't have any shelter. He's already on his way to forest, and his father, who is supposed to protect him, he himself neglected him. Just like even in the case of Draupadi also, when she actually asked for protection from so many people, her husbands, Bhishma, Drona, Gurus, and different Kshatriyas, none of them were able to protect. Like Prahlad Bhada also says, ultimately Narsimhadev is the ultimate protector. Maybe not a not the parents, not the medicine, not the doctors, uh, are the protectors. Only Krishna is the ultimate protector. If you see, like Prabhuji was saying, right? The doctors whom we know, they used to say, Prabhuji, it's only Krishna is healing everybody, but we are taking the credit for what Krishna is doing. So basically, everything boils down to Krishna and devotion towards Krishna. So, so if you see the life of Dhruv Maharaj, like now we can see in this instance, he was affected. He was affected by the harsh words of his stepmother because of his sensitivity, because he has a Kshatriya sensitivity. But when he used the Kshatriya sensitivity to, to cheaply, to to take revenge, that kind of thing, then he would have been like other kind of Kshatriya only. But when he used that spirit in the service of Krishna under the direction of bounded spiritual master, that's how he achieved the ultimate success. What is ultimate success? Krishna Prabhupada writes, right? Materially, he should be he should be able to enjoy materially also, and also have to attain the highest spiritual destination in the next life. So Dhruva Maharaj has achieved both. So when we have to, when we have to achieve the real success, we not only have to be successful in this life, but also we have to attain the success in the next life also. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, he was whatever the troubles that he came across, he was able to overcome them by taking shelter of Krishna. At the same time, at the end of life, he went back to Godhead. So, like all these reversals are stemming some kind of mistreatments or insults. We may use them as our stepping stones, to motivate us to come closer to Krishna. Then that is all right. Otherwise, like if you give rise to any kind of negative emotions, that's why Mother Suniti was very careful not to give rise to any negative thinking or negative emotions. He said, don't meditate on anything bad on your stepmother. Don't think anything negative about your stepmother. All you need to do is you have to solve your problem by taking shelter of Krishna. So she directed the energy of Dhruva in the right direction. So that's how everything became positive. There more lot of positivity has come into the life of Dhruva Maharaj. Otherwise, like, like there are some historical incidents that like even brothers killing brothers. Like for example, the King Aurangzeb, he actually imprisoned his own father and he killed his own brothers. So that kind of things won't be elevating anyone means like either parties. So, but if you see here, Nagamuni is saying, like, no, you are a small child. Why are you worrying about all these insults and then all the prizes? You have to go home because you are attached to you as a child. Children are attached to frivolous things. Frivolous things. Frivolous means insignificant. So, that's why the devotees are not attached to like games, sports, and then unnecessary things, unnecessary adventures. Some people do a lot of adventures, like riding vehicles very fast, all those things. They are attached to they are adventurous by rejecting all the material comforts and taking shelter of Krishna. That is the greatest adventure that one can achieve. So, like it is said that in Vedic culture, the greatness of a person is not measured by how much he has. The greatness of the person is measured by how much he renounced. So that's why sannyasis who don't possess anything, they are considered as the greatest of the personality. That's why the title Maharaj is given to them. Even like if you see the life of great scriptures, Ramayana, when Valmiki comes to Dasharatha Maharaj, Dasharatha Maharaj immediately gets down from the throne and keeps Vishwamitra onto the throne and then worships him. Because he said, we are not the rulers, actually. We are not the great, actually. You people are great because you have conquered lust, greed, anger, envy, and illusion. The Arshad Vargas within our heart. So that is a greater victory than what little bit of land that I possess. So, so if anybody have to be adventurous, and like what even like if you see people inspiration, like what kind of inspiration you have to take, we should not take inspiration from somebody who is very rich and enjoying and then having posting costly things. We have to take inspiration from somebody who is renounced everything and then making very fast progress in devotion service towards in advancing the spiritual life very fast, very uh, greatly is progressing. That kind of person, that kind of inspiration will bring us close to Krishna. But if we get inspired from other kind of persons, somebody who's like one brahmachari was there in Jogad, actually probably gave that example. So to one brahmachari, he was from IIT. When he was in IIT, he got convinced that life is meant for self-realization, and then he came and became brahmachari. And then after a few years, he met his classmate, and his classmate he came to America and he was earning a lot of money. He's a CEO of big company, and this brahmachari compared his life to his life. He's compared his friend's life to his life. My friend is making so much of money, and he is daily traveling in the flights. But here, like no one time, this brahmachari he has to go to home, and that time no trains were there. I said, how can I go by flight? I said, okay, you go and take permission from this person, because in the temple, so much management approvals are required to spend that money. So he thought, just to take one flight from temple to there, I have to take so many permissions. But my friend, who actually, like, when you are friends in the college campus, you will compare it. Okay, he's almost like equal to me, or he is less than me. Might be this person might be lesser than him in academic performances. But now that person is earning so much and spending so much. But in my case, I have to go to so many people to get approval for one flight ticket. So he decided and he left the ashram. So if we take inspiration from materialistic advanced people, we will degrade. So that's why Prabhupada actually, whenever he goes to any wealthy people, he used to send multiple number of devotees. And when the devotee, when his disciples are little bit of wonderstruck seeing the material opulence of the Grosthas, Prabhupada used to say, don't be envious of them, because that is a very degraded life actually. Running after money, not having the peace of mind. Of course, if he is a devotee, is greatly engaging everything in Krishna service, that's a different thing. But any person who is materially advanced is always degraded, even if he is a great devotee also. Even Janaka Maharaj is a pure devotee, he is a Mahabhagavat. But still, whenever any saintly persons who are way little advanced than him, he used to respect them so much. Why? Because that is the power of renounced order. That is the power of course, Janaka Maharaj is also very renounced. The renunciation has to be internal, not external. So that way, Janaka Maharaj is very advanced, but for the sake of formality, for the sake of etiquette, he respects them greatly. So, uh, so that is the right path. Like one should not measure one's success by the material accumulation, but rather than independent nature. Independent nature means for one to be happy is not dependent on his bank balance, is not dependent on the materialistic possessions, the name, fame, comforts. He is happy, and his only motto, his only goal is to perform devotion service to Krishna. As long as he is performing that, he is satisfied with him. And like we know the example of that sage and the Alexander, who actually conquered so many of the kingdoms. When Alexander asked that sage to come in front of him, he said, "Ask your Alexander to come to me." Hmm? Then when Alexander came to that sage, Alexander said, "Do you know who I am? Who am I? How can you just neglect my order?" And that sage said, "Yes, I know who you are. You are servant of my servant." Because then Alexander thought of killing that sage, but he wanted to inquire why he said so. He said, "How can you say that I am servant of your servant?" Then that sage said, "See, anger is my servant. I will use anger to I will control my anger and use it in a proper way. But you are controlled by anger. So anger is my servant, you are servant of my anger, or servant of anger. So you are my servant of servant." So that's how the uh, internal conquest is much higher than the external conquest. So, and if you see here, Nagamani is testing Dhruva Maharaj, and he seems to be demotivating Dhruva Maharaj. Don't go. Why are you giving up your home and all those things? Because even gurus also does so. If somebody comes and says to, uh, like one time when brahmachari went to Garam Prabhu and said, Prabhuji, I don't know if I should join brahmachari ashram, grihastha ashram. And the Garam Prabhu said, yes, please join grihastha ashram. And that's the devotee shocked. Oh, I don't want, like, no, why are you saying to join grihastha ashram? If you have that question, means you join grihastha ashram. That is best. No, Prabhuji, my desire is to join brahmachari ashram. Then, okay, then be as a brahmachari. Means when that question comes, should I become a brahmachari, grihastha? Maharaj immediately says, even Rana Swami Maharaj also immediately says, become grihastha. That question should not come at all. That is out of portion, out of syllabus. If you want to, if you are a brahmachari and if you are thinking on that terms, should I become brahmachari and grihastha? Immediately tell them you become grihastha. So like that, here Dhruva Maharaj is going for a very high goal. We want to achieve very high goal. But Narada is testing him. Is he really motivated internally? And he is trying to discourage him. What is this small thing? We are taking all these small things into so seriously. And and for that you are going to please Lord Vishnu. That is so difficult task. You go home after some time. Your father will realize his mistake and take you and put you on his lap. But Dhruva Maharaj doesn't agree that. My heart is pierced by the harsh words of my stepmother. I want to take darshan of Lord Vishnu. That's what Dhruva Maharaj says. In the next verses, we will come to. So sometimes gurus also test us, and many times our mind and senses will drag us. That is a test from internally from my Maya, and externally also, like somebody is like uh, insulting, somebody is uh, enticing, or, then that is external threat. Internal threat is laziness, and then complacency, other internal demotivating factors. And demigods also test us. Why demigods has to test? Demigods are devotees. Why do they give hard time to the devotees? Because demigods want to make sure you are the right person or not. Because once we actually go through all the situations and once you attain the perfection, will be promoted to directly to the back to Godhead. And when when the demigods test, even in the case of Dhruva Maharaj also, demigods test Dhruva Maharaj also. But uh, when the test given by by our mind and senses, by our external factors, by demigods, when we go through all these things, it will make our resolution more and more stronger, and that will please Krishna more and more. So, but fortunately, Dhruva Maharaj goes through all these things and then succeeds and then attains the perfection. So that's what I can say. But with respect to from this Dhruva Maharaj episode, we should not be too sensitive to what other state was. That is also one kind of ignorance, the mode of ignorance. If you are too sensitive, like somebody says something, Prabhu, how can you do that? Immediately you will become hot. Like uh, that one devotee was saying, right? We should not give the remote of our emotions in the other hands. That the Alexander and the sage. Sage was uh, not controlled by anybody because he has control on his emotions. So that's why, if, like now, how we feel, how we react, is should not be influenced by others. So it is said that especially the Brahmanas, they are very much weak with respect to glorification. Easy way to bring, easy way to I should not, I'm not getting the right term. Like now, Brahmanas, when somebody praise Brahmana, oh, he's a poet, you are the greatest poet, you are the wonderful person, he is a preacher, he's a kirtaniya. As soon as somebody says, you give such a wonderful classes, you are on top of the world. Or if you are kirtan, if you do such a nice kirtan, then he will be like, he's not able to, he's immediately, like, comes under those glorifications. So, this is this was given in like in the battle of Kurukshetra one time. Arjuna and Ashwatthama were fighting, and Arjuna was fighting with multiple people, and finally comes Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama that day he shoots so many arrows so perfectly, and overboards Arjuna for some time, and immediately everybody around him they started glorifying Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama is the most powerful warrior, and glorifying him left, right, and center. And Ashwatthama, after hearing all these glorifications, he actually says, yes, yes, I'm glorified. Immediately, by the time when he is reacting to this glorification, Arjuna recovers from his, Arjuna recovers and then overpowers Ashwatthama and defeats totally Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama is not able to come recover again. He flees from the battlefield. So, in the situation that preacher says, so the Brahmanas has one weakness. If anybody glorifies, they are done. So that it means so even insults also insulting glorification. We should not keep our emotions. We should not give the remote of our emotions in the hands of other people. Okay. So that's what I would like to share. If anybody have any questions, probably would like to add anything. Hmm. It's not in Srimad Bhagavatam. It's in other Puranas. So it's not there. I will narrate. So I think maybe Padma Purana or somewhere it is there. Like yeah. So after Dhruva is going to forest, like he started practicing all the austerities, and then after a few days he stopped eating altogether, and immediately all the demigods get people array this person uh, is taking the austerities to the next level. So what they do, they first send wild animals like goats, lions, to like snakes to fear him. And Dromara is not moved by that. He's totally dependent on Krishna. So he doesn't react to them. And uh, then he again Dromara take the Ashura to next level. That this child is going too far. Then they send like ghostly people, Rakshasas, goblins like that to scare him away. But he still not get leaves that process. He still withstand that. He doesn't care about all those things. And then, he still again takes the upstairs to the next level. Then this time, okay, this person is not getting scared. So now we have to through emotions. So immediately, Mother Suniti comes running. My dear son, you are here. You are the only thing that I have. You are only my life and soul. I don't have anybody. Please come back. I said that by mistake. And Dhruv Maharaj, by Krishna gives the intelligence also. This is not your real mother. Like some Devatat disguised himself as Suniti. And after some time, both Surichi comes. Surichi comes and says, oh my dear son, this is my mistake. Please come home. Like that he says. And Uttanabad also comes, like I will give my kingdom. Please come home. But Dhruv Maharaj doesn't react to all those things. He just keep on continuing his because he came to take darshan of Lord Hari. And he's only like Nadamu instructed, take 3 times bath and then do pranayama, control your emotions, and then like that, all the process he gave. And he was just stick to that process. Whatever comes, whatever goes, whoever comes tries to influence him, he was scared, he was put as if he's going to die, but then react, he doesn't get deterred by any of these tests by the demigods. See, in Srimad Bhagavatam, very, very only essential part is the demigods. Yeah, these are good. Hmm. See, like at that, no, when the demigods are uh, when the demigods are feeling suffocation, they don't know why they are getting suffocated. See, any sage, any person perform austerities, they test. But when they got suffocated, why the suffocation is coming, they don't understand. So to clarify that, they go to Brahmaji and Vishnu. Vishnu said, "Oh, it's all due to my this Dhruva only. Don't worry about it." See, after testing Dhruva to the fullest extent, they said all this, no? Then they left him away. Even if you see serious also, when the demigods are not able to bring him under the control by all the sensual perception, sensual things, then they have to abandon him. They will leave him and go away. So like that, demigod tested him all the ways, but Dhruva was very much fixed in his practices, and finally they left off. And after that, you know, right? He actually stopped his breath also. That's how entire universe is getting suffocated. And his body weight becomes so high that Earth started going out of orbit. So means uh, why these things are happening? Because Krishna himself is coming and taking residence in Dhromara's heart. So because of the weight of Krishna, everything is happening. Because Krishna want to glorify Dhromara, so much so that everybody will take attention. Oh, this is the person. Okay. Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments online? Yes. See, that is Satyuga, Prabhuji. That is Satyuga, and Dhrumara's body and the time also is so conducive for austerities. That is the process. But in that age also, Dhruva Maharaj did Sankirtan only. Om Namo. What is the mantra Dhruva Maharaj recited? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva. Krishna Prabhupada says, right? Even Krishna also says, Namna Makari Bodhan means you can take any name of Krishna. And Dhruva Maharaj, like even in Satyuga, sages perform austerities for thousands and thousands of years, millions of years also sometimes. But still they don't get the perfect. They don't get the darshan of Lord Hari. But Dhruva Maharaj only was able to perform austerities for 6 months. He got darshan of Lord Hari. Right? Because he took the shelter of the holy name of Krishna. So the chanting of holy name of Krishna was equally powerful in that age and equally powerful in this age also. So, but Dhruva Maharaj 6 months continuous chanting, no break at all. If somebody says you chant 192 rounds for 6 months, you may get darshan of that. So like even Haridas Thakur, right? Every day he's chanting, and he is the most favorite devotee of Mahaprabhu. When somebody chants the holy name of Krishna, he becomes the most dear to Krishna. If you want in a very short time, if you want to make great progress, chanting holy name of Krishna is the thing. So because that way, what are the stumbling blocks for us to approach Krishna? Mind, intelligence, ego, and sensual things. So we control all the sensual things by tapasaucham daya satyam. And when you have to, why do you get, why does the mind become the block? Like for example, uh, due to all the sensual experiences, like enjoyment, all those things, then mind will bring all these previous memories and say, oh, I want to enjoy like that. But when you are not, when you don't give up, when you don't deviate from the path, then mind will be gone. But mind should have some other. So mind needs always engagement. If somebody mind, if you say, don't think about mango, immediately you think about mango. Means when you tell to the mind, don't do that, immediately mind meditates on that only. But you have to give some positive. Meditate on Krishna only. Meditate on Krishna Prasadam. Meditate on Krishna's glories. Meditate on Krishna's pastimes. Then mind will automatically perform that. And with respect to intelligence, this is like now this is the very formidable enemy for the intellectuals, the the jnanis. They, due to their intelligence, they actually misinterpret the scriptures in different ways. But when you just take in the chanting of the holy name of Krishna and surrender to Krishna, then you don't use your intelligence so much. We use our intelligence only how to meditate on Krishna, how to do chanting nicely, and how to hear nicely. That's why some disciples went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, while chanting, what should we meditate upon? Should we meditate on Krishna's form, Krishna's feet, Krishna's Leelas, Krishna? No, don't do all those things. Just chant the holy name of Krishna and hear Krishna's holy name. Automatically, everything will happen. Okay? And ego. So, just Trunarabi Sinchena, Tarurabi Saishna, Amani Namanani, Kirtanaya Sadahari. And we are totally giving up the ego factor. So, all the materialistic, gross and subtle objects are gone. So, then what is there? Your spirit soul. Then, if we chant on the spiritual platform, we'll be experiencing the Krishna in his holy name. And we become so closer so fast without making much effort. In order to control our tongue, in order to control our senses, we engage everything, whatever we do, like take Krishna Prasadam, we dance for Krishna's Kirtan, and then we only hear Krishna Katha. So we have all the positive engagements, and by doing that positive engagements, we are keeping all the negative engagements away, and then focusing on the holy name. By taking shelter of holy name, you can easily attain the perfection. Clear? Actually, with respect to when they when see for one to go to Golok Vrindavan, they should have Mahaprabhu's mercy, and they should have like the Gopi Baba, the position of gopis is very high, not even approachable to the greatest of the demigods like Indra, Vayu, and even Brahma also has a difficulty approaching to going to Golok Vrindavan. Only by Mahaprabhu's mercy, we are given access to that. And with respect to somebody who actually goes to any of the Vaikuntha lokas, they are going to spiritual kingdom only. They are going to back to Godhead only, but they may not go to Golok Vrindavan directly. But if they even in the spiritual world also, they don't keep on enjoying. They keep on performing devotional service more and more, so they advance more and more. So after going to maybe Vaikuntha Loka, Dhrumaraj, after going to Dhruva Loka also, Dhrumaraj still started engaging devotional service. Bali Maharaj, after going to Sutal Loka, he is performing austerities only there. He is performing devotional service only there. When Prahlad Maharaj right now present somewhere, he is continuously performing devotional service. So with their devotional service, their what do you call their sambandha, means their relation, the rasa, might take to next level. That somebody might be in Dasya Rasa. If Krishna likes him to be in the Sakya Rasa, he'll bring into the Sakya Rasa. Somebody in Sakya Rasa, if Krishna likes them to be bring to the Madhya Rasa, he will bring him to the Madhya Rasa. Yeah, if they develop the tendencies and Krishna likes that, why would they come back? Why would they have to come back? Sir, can you be louder? No. Actually, as soon as Dhrumara sees Krishna, he gives up all material desires. He says to Krishna, I came for broken pieces of glasses. Now, as you red diamond, I want to go. I don't want anything. But Krishna's desire that him to be made king. That's how he became king. If Krishna thinks that okay, this person, if I leave him right now, he will again get entangled in the material things, then he will take him back to Godhead. It all depends on Krishna. Krishna knows well what to give to whom. Right. Read it here. Online, anybody have any questions or comments?
Prabhu, thank you very much for a wonderful class. Prabhu, maybe I misunderstood one statement you said. Even though a devotee, if he is having material possessions, he is degraded. Is that what you said?
I mean to say is, I was comparing the king's position to a renounced position. Degraded means he is at risky position.
Okay.
Okay, he is at risky position. There's a good chance he may fall down at any point of time. But a person who is fully in the renounced order of life is in a safer position. So it's not about like you are higher or lower, but with respect to it was said, right? How much renounced you are, that much advanced you that is your that much great you are. Like no, the greatness of a person is how much he renounced.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.